Oh, hi everyone, it's Susie, Crypto Granny here. The date is the 7th of February 2024, and the time in Europe is 19:11 p.m. So I just want to look at the technicals. The technicals look really very, very good to me and extremely exciting for cryptocurrency. So let's go through the total market cap at the moment. Let's look at the 4 hour, which I really like, and then we'll look at the daily as well. So what we've got here, volume is fairly high over here. It's held support. This looks very good to me. It's in like almost a breakout mode between 1.566 trill and resistance is pretty much 1.637 trill. And if you look at this, this looks ultra bullish. You've got this sort of round smile. And when you see that, you always get a mega push up. Honestly, I love this. This is like almost like a descending wedge, but it's also a round smile, and that looks like it's going to break out completely to the upside. Even sort of 1.8 trillion, something like that. And there's a lot of reasons to believe that will happen with all the new players coming in, and there's no Bitcoin. Yeah, this could easily get to 1.82 trill, something like that, from 1.6279. Looks excellent, I've got to tell you that. So let's look at Bitcoin now. We know Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy bought more Bitcoin in the last couple of days, about 180 Bitcoin. So now he's holding 200,000 units of Bitcoin, and he's sitting on 2.2 billion of profit, which is amazing. So if we look at Bitcoin at the moment, right? Again, got the same stories, consolidation, right? Sorry about all this. Let me just see if I can take that off. It's very annoying. I don't know how I got that on there, but anyway. But bear with me for a minute. How do I get this off? I don't know how to do that. Anyway, but if you look at this, you've got this very, let me show you this. You've got this very heavy resistance here, which is basically, we got 43905, and big level support is here at roughly 41986 or 4200, right? 4200, and resistance is 43928, and it's very, very tight, and it's heading higher. Okay, the highs are getting higher and the lows are getting lower, and again you've got this sort of underlying smile. This thing is going to push right up, people, above 50 odd thousand. I'm ultra bullish. If you take it to the daily, you can really see that as well. Okay, this thing will easily take out its high and more. Okay, absolutely. I have no doubt about it. Now let's go to conflicts. We bought that the other day. This is a 4 hour. It looks very good to me. This thing will take out its high again, over 25 cents, and then it could go on with the story. Okay. If we go back to If we go back to long-term channel, this is just amazingly bullish. Okay, seriously. Again, if we put a line through here, straight up, this thing could go right up. Okay, let's go back to the weekly now because it's hard to see, but back here it was $1.86. This thing looks very, very bullish to me. Again, you've got this underlying smile, right? It's taken a long time, but it's still there. First line of resistance is about 0.4899, but once you get through that, you go to the next level, 0.86, and off to the races. Very, very bullish indeed. And I'm glad we bought Complex because it's a great, great story. If you looked at the review I did on podcast on Complex, so very, very good. Now Link's been off to the races many, many times. It looks excellent to me. A lot of volume being done here. Absolute massive volume. This thing is holding support, but the next level is straight up as far as I'm concerned. Amazing. The big whales are in buying Link. We go way out to a week or so. This thing is going to break very, very quickly, and Link could get to 28 bucks, 27.73 straight up, people, and off to the races and higher, right? Link's been at $60 or something, and it's an amazing story, and they keep putting on more and more clients. It's an incredible story. Very, very profitable. Now, Solano also, we know that they had a 5-hour outage of their technology, but honestly, I'm not that worried about Solano. It's a crazy, crazy, incredible story. They can do 50,000 to probably 250 to 400,000 transactions per second. This looks like a descending wedge, ready for the big rally in crypto to happen and straight up. straight up, people. I can tell you right now. This thing will take out its high again. It's immediate high of 124. And the next level, if you go anywhere, when FTX was playing with this, I remember this thing getting to 280 bucks. And the reason why I remember that is because I shorted it at 220. But this is so bullish. This thing can go easily to over 200 bucks, easily. Okay, IOTX is breaking out, which is great for us. It's a bit of a sleeper, this one, but I like it very, very much. That's why I bought it. Still above the 200-day moving average. But again, this thing looks very good to me. It's above the 200-day moving average and can move much higher. XRP, I'm a bit worried about. It's right on support here. There's a lot of the SEC behind it, causing this problem. And it doesn't look as strong technically as other charts. I have to tell you that, people. It's got to hold this level. Otherwise, the next level is 48 down to about 43 cents. It doesn't look very strong. I'd rather be in other stuff at the moment. To be honest, very disappointing. Tron's, looking extremely good. We bought that the other day. I've got a valuation on Tron probably about 45 cents or something. The highs on this thing was 18 cents. That's exactly where it's going, okay? That's a weekly chart. So bullish, it's a joke. This thing will go back to its previous high of 18, and I have a valuation of at least 30 cents. Tron looks excellent. Dot looks pretty good to me as well, technically. And again, it's very cheap, very, very cheap. It's trying to consolidate here and move up to the next level for an uptrend. Still in a downtrend. But again, this thing is done a lot of consolidation all the way back. And this thing looks like it could blow out, right? It could easily take out $9 very, very quickly. Yeah. I mean, if you go back here, DOT was at 56 bucks or something. And very quickly, 2021, DOT could be a real performer this year. NASDAQ, again, I put it on a 2 hour. To me, it's just so toppy. It's a joke. Should be coming down. I'm actually selling at the moment. It tried to get to this high, couldn't do it. And, I just feel this thing is so overdone. The dividend yields are less than 1%. The premium, the PE, I should say, is about 31 to 32. You're not getting paid for the risk here. Even the Sharpe ratio is about 0.7, which is really bad. For every dollar you put in, you're losing at least 30 cents. And, this thing looks so obscenely toppy, so extreme that I believe from here it's a big sell. And if it gets anywhere near 18,000, you've got to continue to sell. The S&P, the same. It's done a lot of gapping. It's got to fill that gap. Again, we've got the story with the Russell I showed you last time, 4 tops and literally straight down, okay? And the Russell's really not doing very well, the US 2000, because it's all the small caps, okay? They've been buying all the large caps in the NASDAQ, right? Now, the VIX, which is a volatility measure, is extremely low volatility. In times when the stock market really starts coming down big time, this VIX can explode to the upside, okay? The higher the VIX, the higher the volatility. We go to a month, this VIX has been up at 92, 93, and it's still in its all-time lows, and that's absolute garbology. VIX will go so much higher, and that will show the massive risk in the equity market as that thing goes high. You've got to buy the VIX and sell the stock. US 10-year looks like it's going up in yield to me, which it is. This is the bottom here. Higher in yields, which will be very bad for equity markets. It looks like it's going to break out here somewhere. 4.20, the bottom was like 380, and the next minute up in yields, down in price, which is really bad for the equity market. And that looks so obvious to me as well. I'm not calling my own book here, but this thing is definitely going to break up. And the uptrend is way up, okay, way up in yield. 2 year, the same sort of story, okay. I won't go back on that, but these are going to go higher. This is the Shanghai 300, and again, what we're seeing in China is a shocker, straight down, okay. The breaks, this sort of 32.72, whatever it is, it's going to go even lower. DAX very overextended as well, same story as the US equity market. And again, these things will follow the US equity market. We've got a rounding top on this, very negative and straight down. Seriously, that's a daily. Wow, that's really negative. The Baltic Dry Index, which is shipping index, has been moving up. and it's down at the moment, but it's starting to move up higher, which is inflationary, not great for bond yields, which will push bond yields up and basically bring the equity market down. If we look at gold, gold looks very good to me. I think gold can break out easily. If you got to, let's have a look at oil first. Where's that? Aussie and oil. Oil is too low at the moment. I believe oil will go higher. I think it's being purposely kept down, and it's bottoming here. You got this round smile again, right? When you see that, this thing is going to go up, 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 up. US dollar is a hard one because everyone else is weakening against the US, but I still don't like the US. We've had a massive sell here, and this thing looks heavy to me. Really heavy. I mean, I'm actively selling the US. I think it hit its peak, and it just can't seem to get through that. And the trend is, if it breaks here at what level is that? Get with me for a minute, regular. It breaks here at 147602. It's got a hell of a lot, space on the chart to actually fill. It could go all the way down to 143 something. So I got to say, on that level, I'd be short the US dollar technically. The Aussie is trying to consolidate to move higher, but clearly if the US goes down, the Aussie is going to move up. Technically, the Aussie doesn't look great, but it will be a US dollar move that actually takes the Aussie up, and that's oil. So yeah, that's my view, people. Crypto to go much higher, yields to go much higher in yield, down in price. US equity markets to come down, as well as the NASDAQ and the DAX and the Japanese and everything else. US yen, I don't like it. It looks like a sell to me. I'd be wary about selling the Aussie here, but I think crypto looks fantastic, and I'm ultra, ultra bullish crypto. And the fundamentals certainly prove to that too, because there's no supply of Bitcoin left, okay? And it's really hard to get Bitcoin. And you see the exchanges that are actually changing their prices on Bitcoin and getting more competitive with Bitcoin and staking. Anyway, guys and girls, that's enough for me. I hope you're all well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.